Welcome back, guys, to Trails from Zero, where last episode our first tour of Crossbell continued through the shady back alley and then into East Street, where we found another recipe within the Fisherman's Guild, situated next to the Bracers Guild. We then entered the downtown district that feels separate from the city, almost forgotten, as we continue our exploration. Yeah, there's a treasure chest there. What? Oh, cool. I got some flower bumps. No wonder no one trusts the police these days. They're out stealing from a treasure chest. Oi. Okay, I actually got to some place. You're long range and you're not, so I'll give it to you so you can actually move to hit if we want to make you do melee. I guess there's a reason to drive yourself at a wall hardcore, right? How the hell do you expect us to turn a blind eye to something like this? Well, I guess I can't ignore Wazy's orders either. This is Trinity, is it? Got an exchange shop here? Ninvali, temporarily closed for today. Hold it right there. Sorry, but we're closed at the moment. Wazy's in the middle of a meeting with an important guest. Please take your leave. I hope he's pronounced Wazy. It'd be unfortunate if your name was Wazzy. Okay. So that leaves us just the harbour, and we can actually go to the administrative district. Life is good again. Unless I've been in here, right? Yeah. Acacia Apartments. Please, you're saying Wazzy is the correct way? Okay. If it's Wazzy, put a 1. If it's Wazy, put a 2. Here's the Harbour District. It's connected to the Lupinus River and Lake Elm just south of us. This area is teamed with different businesses. If you look north, you'll see companies of all kinds lined up next to each other. It's got that nice park in the middle of it, too. Makes for a great spot to kick back and relax. Bet I could take a quick snooze there easy. According to the database, it is simply known as the Harbour District Park. Not the most inspired name, I must say. Wait, is that... The Crossbell Times? I was wondering where they moved their office to. The city's gone through a lot of changes these past 3 years. The Harbour District serves as the business district and is located in the northeastern part of the city. The park faces Crossbell's longest river, the Lupinus River. Citizens and tourists alike visit this scenic park for relaxation and fun. It's also home to some major businesses, such as the famed Crossbell News Service. You're kidding. So it is actually Wazy. Well, that shows me, doesn't it? The majority put 1. I think Wazy sounds cooler, yo. You'll find a lot of people in suits passing by in the morning. Not much of a surprise, considering how much businesses there are in the area, but boy, do they always thought they were in a rush. Though I have to admit, I do like a man in a suit. There's something about a man in a well-tailored suit that I can't help but find so attractive. I tend to get a little distracted in the morning because of them. Oh, you heard? Oh, I should probably work on my conditioning. What are you looking at? Don't get in my way, okay? Sorry. Power walking. I'm tired from walking around all day. I could go for some ice cream. I'm tired. People are now just expecting me to go straight back to Wazy now I've learned it's Wazy. I'm glad we managed to find this part. My feet are killing me. The city really is massive. Bringing a child here was just asking to get worn out fast. Put your feet up. The city really is massive. Yeah, we've been just exploring it and talking to everyone for the first time. Has been a while. Ah! Let me in! Let me in! Oh, the barrels are blocking it. And it's Lupinus River Lighthouse 1. Unauthorized entry is strictly prohibited. City Hall. That is a fishing spot. Hopefully no pearl glass. What do you want, you whippersnappers? You're here to waste my time. Beat it, kid. You're scaring the fish away. Oh, there's no hope for any of you saps. No, teach me how to fish. Crossbell City cruise ship schedule. The pride of Michelin, Michelin Wonderland, is now open for all to enjoy. Come on down and experience the greatest theme park of all time. Alright. This is sign is affixed to the door. Hayway Trading Limited. Is that correct? Crossbell branch. If you have business with us, please knock. This is where everyone's just like, no. It's like, You see these noodles? They've been prepared to perfection, just as firm as a noodle should be. Your mind will be absolutely blown. Are you just standing there, or are you going to order something? Hey, that's what I said, right? Oh, and did you want me to say Hey, you Close then. Everyone with their encyclopedia of how to pronounce things, and there's just me going like... Oh no, I didn't mean to go in the admin district. We still have more to check out. Well, if I want books, I should probably go to the library, right? Chroma juice. The City Hall, CPD headquarters, and the City Library. All the public offices are here in the administrative district. It seems to be quite a tranquil place. The fountain benches look especially pleasant. It's one of the best places to sit and relax in the whole city, but it's always empty like this in the middle of the day. Well, HQ is right here, so I'm sure we'll have plenty of chances to visit. We definitely should try to remember the way here from the SSS building. I think that's not hard. Roger, bossman. Didn't we just go... Didn't we get one of those support requests from HQ telling us to go there? May as well stop by since we're already here. It's the administrative district. CPD headquarters is one of the most important facilities here, so you'll likely be visiting the area often. In addition to Crossbell City Hall, you may browse an encyclopedia to broaden your understanding of the world at the City Library. Right, we'll finish off the Harbour District. We didn't go in the CNS. We didn't go up here either. This is the International Bank of Crossbell. This is the IBC's main headquarters, isn't it? It's certainly grand. You're exactly right. This is their central base of operations. Not only do they have many branches spread throughout all of Zemuria, but their services extend beyond just banking. They became the continent's lead asset holder 10 years ago. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call the IBC the cornerstone of Crossbell's economy. Indeed, the IBC is an unfathomed force in the finance, construction, and real estate industries. Their latest ambition has been to fund a variety of massive public projects for Crossbell. Reports have shown them investing a fortune into the expansion of the geofront and the Orwell network. Let me just cry for a second about the unrealisticness of a bank and government investing in infrastructure. And the wishes that they would get their acts together all across the world. Damn, guess it's way out of my league then. Can't imagine I'd have anything to do with a place like this. Randy, you are aware that our salaries are transferred to us through the IBC, correct? Wait, are you kidding me? Considering they're within the city, it's pretty convenient for us. Although I think the bank's closed today. Correct. The employees are given weekends off. Let's come back some other time. Hey there, nice weather we're having, huh? I'm afraid the IBC is closed on the weekends. We apologize for the inconvenience, but we hope you come again soon. I remember working at a bank, they weren't closed on weekends. They had less opening hours on the weekends, which felt so pointless. No one comes into a bank on the weekends, really. But then, doesn't matter because all the banks are closed down now. Not the banks, just any shopfront banks. They just don't exist now. They're doomed. Welcome to the Crossbell News Service. Are you here to lodge a complaint about one of our articles? No, I wasn't planning on it. Phew. Thank goodness. Well, if you'd like to voice a comment for any of the stories we run, just let me know. I'll call the editor-in-chief for you. I don't want it. The Crossbell News Service is more and more frequently being stormed by people livid about the contents of our articles. If that's what you're here for too, just let me know and I'll call the editor-in-chief for you. What do your articles got in them for people to be so enraged? Oh, the hell are you guys? Is the raid or something? If you want an ambush our editorial department, then you're 100 years too early, chumps. Be it the Mafia or whoever you guys are, the Crossbell Times won't be taken down. You should have remembered that, kids. Ah, so this isn't actually a raid. Well, if you don't have any business with us, then scram. You're getting in our way. Why do you expect to get raided so much? Explain. Is there a right passageway? Oh, there was. Oh. Hi, I'm the new replacement receptionist now. Excuse me. I'm sorry, but the editorial department is closed to the general public for the time being. Please redirect any of your inquiries to me. Oh, really? Our mistake. Oh, okay, so that is the Harbour District checked out, I think. Weirdly enough, that was quick. Apart from you, you're going to appear in front of me any second now, right? Come on. Thank you. Okay, next place I'm heading to is, hey, you get out of the way. No, hey, you way? Hey, you where? Okay, next place, yeah. I guess that's where he's going. Right, the administrative district. Let's check out the library. Our last port of call in our massive tour of Crossbell City. New books this month. Mark and the Witch of the Deep Forest. First volume. You can find the newest volume on the first floor shelves. Don't forget to take a look if you're interested. Nice name. Good morning. Welcome to the Crossbell City Library. The librarian is a late shift today, so I'm here by myself. Don't worry though, I can help you check out whatever you'd like. Just let me know if you need anything. Miles is scheduled to work the afternoon shift today, so in the meantime I can help you with checking out any books you like. Just let me know, okay? I don't need to speak to Miles. I need to learn about this witch. Is it story time with Olizandri? Well, maybe. Hasn't this whole thing been that? Mark and the Witch of the Deep Forest is on the shelf. Right. Don't know if this is a book we're finding or not. Don't know if we're just going to take it off the shelf and, like, rent it. Here we go. Once upon a time, in a certain farming village, there lived a boy named Mark. Mark's father was an adventurer, and whenever he came home, he would tell grand stories of the places he visited. Mark respected his father and retold the other children in the village his father's stories as well. For the children living in such a remote village, adventure stories were very exciting, and everyone took a liking to Mark's stories. On one such occasion, Mark began such a tale. Today I want to tell you about the witch that my father met. To the north of Mark's village lies a great forest where a witch is said to dwell. His father told him that he had met this witch deep within the forest. The listening children imagined what the witch looked like and what magic she would use. They then began asking Mark questions. Mark faithfully answered each in turn, but one boy suddenly declared, all your stories are lies, they gotta be. This boy, Ron, was known to be a bit of a bully. He would always look for faults in the stories Mark told, and Mark always got mad when the credibility of his father's adventures was disputed. There's no way my dad would lie about this. Oh yeah, then show us the witch. Bring her here, Ron grinned. Mark angrily grabbed hold of Ron. Two began to scuffle, drawing the attention of some nearby adults who broke up the fight. Though the scrap had been settled, Mark's anger had not. That night, Mark mulled over his words and the reaction from that day, and he made up his mind. He would not stay quiet. He would show Ron. He would show that his beloved father was not a liar. He fetched the torn cloak his father had left behind, put a loaf of bread in a backpack, and rushed out of the house. I'll find the witch and bring her back. That'll show Ron who's a liar around here. Relying only on the adventurous spirit he inherited from his father, Mark ran towards the forest in the dead of the night. The shadowy forest was eerie. Every tree rustled as the wind blew. Far in the distance, the sounds of howling monsters could be heard at times. Mark trembled as he continued. As his father's story went, the witch would have a small hut somewhere deep in the forest. No matter how much Mark explored, he saw no signs of any huts. He started the journey bursting with energy, but his pace slowed as he became more tired. Eventually, he found himself lost. I wonder if the witch even really exists. Mark began losing faith as he became more tired and lost. Is something wrong? Startled, Mark turned to face the sudden voice. There had been nothing there moments ago, but now there stood a black-robed girl. She appeared to be the same age as Mark, yet Mark did not know any kids from his village that looked like her. Who are you? Mark stammered. He thought it was very strange for a girl to be out here this late at night. I'm Anna. I'm a witch who lives in this forest. And so our first bit of a story was revealed, or read, but I don't think that's actually like a book we find, though, by the look of it. I would have thought writing a thesis could be this difficult. I bought this novel back before I started my thesis. I want to read and relax during my downtime, but now it's just gathering dust. Oh, what about you guys? Would you like to take this book off my hands? I'm too busy to even consider reading it. Never mind, we got another book. One that we actually got. Back Alley Dr. Glenn Chapter 1 has been located. Crossbell folklore, Maine's local history. It's hopeless. It's just not enough material. At this rate, I'm never going to make the deadline. Thank you, Al. It was a nice story. Buckle up, buckaroo, for another one. Let's hydrate. What am I doing? How do I get there, actually? Where do I find... Where's it? Not there. I guess I can always go via books. That works. 10 pages! Chapter 1. The Back Alley Doctor. Remetheria, the Principality of the Beautiful North, was renowned across the Maria for its advanced medical care. Its modern, well-funded hospitals attracted skilled doctors from a multitude of countries, and its cutting-edge medical technology was developed by specialists from the finest manufacturers the Principality had to offer. However, despite how brilliantly this nation's medical excellence shone, it concealed a dark side as well. The implementation of orbital technology had been put off for years in the poor downtown district. As a result, it lacked not only the quality of life, but the level of hospital care that the Principality was so known for. Deep in this quiet, rundown area, where the already chilly region's winds seemed to bite with a pronounced sting, stood only a single clinic. The 40-year-old building's age was apparent with but a glance. Its dilapidated exterior did a thorough job of extinguishing any hope of finding a decent general practitioner within. On this particular day, the silhouettes of two people could be seen through its dirty, cracked windows. What 1 million mirror? Shouted an older man as his eyes hysterically darted across the sea of zeros that flooded his bill. Across from him sat a large man in his mid-30s, sporting an unkempt beard that perfectly accented his apathetic demeanor. Few would recognize this massive muscular figure as a doctor if not for the filthy frayed lab coat he wore. My bad. Got the number wrong, didn't I? A doctor answered in a low voice. He took the bill from the older man and quickly scribbled an extra zero on the end. Seeing the price jump by tenfold in an instant, the old man's face changed from an anxious pale to a furious shade of red just as quickly. Dirty swindler! These treatment costs are ridiculous! I refuse to pay this, and indeed it was far beyond what any legitimate doctor was legally allowed to charge for medical services in Remetheria. Watching the outraged old man sputter and curse, the doctor couldn't help but laugh. Something tells me you've got more than enough mirrors sitting around. Hard to say if any of it's clean, but I'll still accept it, kind man that I am. The patient was a corrupt politician, his infamy bolstered by unending rumors surrounding his bribery and tax evasion. He had come to the doctor that day with 3 bullets in his body. It was apparent by his choice of physician that the politician had landed himself in some manner of serious trouble. Trouble that would ruin his reputation if his wounds had become publicly known. As this particular doctor had extracted the bullets in secret, however, the standard surgery cost had been bolstered by a few additional fees to ensure his silence. I figured that would be more than a fair price in exchange for one's life, the doctor said with a calm tone that only barely concealed the threat behind his words. However, this simply served to provoke the old man even further. In a rage, he drew a concealed orbital gun and thrust it into the doctor's back. The doctor, unperturbed, simply continued smiling. Oh, well, as your physician, I feel I should advise you. Your treatment isn't quite complete just yet. If you put a bullet in me, I certainly won't be able to take that last one out of you. He turned and pointed his finger at the old man's stomach. Running his hand over the spot, the doctor indicated the old man felt a jolt of pain. There was something hard still lodged under his skin. The doctor had intentionally left the last bullet untouched. Realizing the position he was in, the old man slowly lowered his gun, a look of pained defeat on his face. I trust that clears up the issue of the bill, then. The flames of anger left the old man's eyes. All that remained was fear. Shortly afterward, the doctor finished the surgery. The doctor's name was Glenn. Despite being an exceptionally talented doctor, he was unaffiliated with any of the hospitals in the Principality. Known as a back alley doctor, he treated everyone from politicians to illegal immigrants to murderers and demanded outrageous prices in return for secrecy. A few days later, Glenn sat in his worn-down chair and gazed absently at the suitcase containing 10 million mirror that had been delivered to his clinic. He moved his gaze to the window and stared at the heavy drops of rain splashing against the pane. It was uncommon to get such laden raindrops in the colder northern climate of Remetheria. Surely no clients would be showing up today of all days, he thought of himself as sheets of water began pounding on his window and the din of the rain grew even louder outside. Pardon me. The sudden sound of a voice from behind him sapped Glenn out of his thoughts. He turned his head to see a nurse standing in the hallway of his dilapidated clinic. And that is our first chapter of our first book found. Unless you count this book in the shelves here. But yes, you do remind me of my tradition of trying to read it as a bedtime story, so maybe I failed there. Hey look, we can check out places. We can check out loads of information. Why is Phantom Thief B? Is a elusive thief who has stolen everything from jewels to orbital tanks from people and organizations across the mirror. His strange, almost beautiful methods have given rise to a small, dedicated fan base. Although he sends messages to his intended targets and makes public appearances clad in a white cape and mask, B's identity remains a mystery. He calls his recent unusual fest the Liberation of Beauty. They've got everything in here, but it's just like... I can't expect stuff like the Overall Revolution, you know? It was a technological revolution that was brought about 50 years ago by the invention of ordnance. And of course, the technology has gone on leaps and bounds since then. But why is Phantom Thief B in here? Ordnance are now an essential part of our daily life and used for weapons and pretty much everything. Advancement technology have decreased the size of orbital engines, leading to the development of more capable and affordable consumer-level automobiles by the Verne and Rhineford companies. I just didn't expect to see that. Man, you got a lot of information here. The destruction of the ancient Sumerian civilization is estimated to have occurred 1,200 years ago. While the Great Collapse is commonly attributed to a natural disaster, this theory remains unconfirmed. The ancient civilization's end marked the beginning of the Dark Ages. Jaeger Corps, the IBC, Arteria, which we're incredibly interested in after the third. City-state housing, the high seat, the Septian Church. Arteria is located at the center of the continent and acts as a gathering place for believers and church officials alike. The church comprises a number of organizations, including the Congregation for Divine Worship, which handles liturgical matters, sure. The Congregation for the Sacraments, which handles administering the sacraments of the goddess, and the Papal Guard, which is responsible for protecting the holy city of Arteria itself. Congregation for the Sacraments is also, yeah. Isn't it? We got a Bracer Guild. Just trying to, like, figure out everything about my mind of what I remember now. Bracer Guild. It hails from, its headquarters is in Le Mans. Septian Church. Septium. Burn Company. Zeiss Central Factory. Just should catch up and probably a little bit more on top of that. Wow. Another one. Please read me more. Didn't expect to see him there as an apt description for B. Yeah, it's actually true, isn't it? Then the goddess shined a brilliant ray of light down from the sky, and that light spread and spread across the whole wide world. The animals gasped in surprise at what they were seeing. Endless reading, but I am in the library, yes. Well, some of this information will have picked up from the past, or, you know, playing skies. It's just, nice to have something there to give me topics to jog my memory by. Good morning. I get the impression that you're all citizens of Crossbell. I'll give you some details about the area if you were tourists. Considering you're locals, I doubt it's necessary. Surely you don't need a guide, do you? This area mostly has administrative offices. Not a whole lot of civilians hang around here. What I'm trying to say is this place is fantastic for an afternoon walk. How many years ago was it I played through Skies now? How many years has it been since we played through the third? 3? Hey there, you looking thirsty? Can I try some fresh juice? Orange, melon, apple, you name it, we got it. Fresh fruit mix. You're not going to give me a recipe? How dare you? I work in financial affairs where political pressure falls on us from every which way. I'm on my wit's end here. It's all because financial affairs keeps track of Crossbell's mirror. Pretty much every mover and shaker in the city wants us under their thumb. Phew, I need a break. I'll suffocate if I don't get a little breathing room. So, our destination is on the left. So let's go into City Hall. This area mostly has administrative offices. Not a whole lot of civilians hanging around here. What I'm trying to say... Oh, you're thinking, that's you again. You've walked here. How dare you? 3 years. My goodness. Oh. You look for information on the cheapest apartments. Take this brochure. I'm sure it'll prove more than useful to you. Oh, I wasn't aware these existed. What a relief. Do you mind if I borrow one and read through it? Not at all, ma'am. They're there for you to take. But I'd be careful with cheaper apartments if I were you. Oh, I need to hurry and sort out my housing situation so I can return to practicing. My apologies, I started thinking aloud. Anyway, thank you for your assistance. Oh, I'm so sorry. Not at all. Didn't we just see her not too long ago? Something tells me we'll be seeing more of her in the future. Does it? Is that girl from earlier going to be okay? I hope so. I ended up referring her to those CD downtown apartments. Okay. A lady with purple hair asked me where she could find a cheap apartment to rent a little while ago. Is she going to be okay there? Well, if you haven't got much money, where else are you supposed to live? I think I'll do some cleaning. Maybe today I'll start with the reception hall. There's not a lot to do, you know, in the city hall. Really? Feel free to ask Sheen up front of the counter there. City hall is doing no work. So this is the city hall administrative district. We have no reason to go inside. The mayor's office is over here. It appears to be locked. August 3rd, 2019 was the last episode of Sky the 3rd, was it? Yeah, 3 years. Just a little bit over then. So, guys, celebrate. We did it. We started from the special support sections annex, went around the entirety of Crossbell. We are 3 recipes for the good, a book. I don't know what else we got, if anything. We did it. We've gone through Crossbell. We've taken the original tour. Have you hung in there? It's gonna happen again. And again and again. That's how Trails works. So get ready. Is that you, Franz? I haven't seen you in a while. Well, good to see you, Lloyd. Been about a month since Police Academy graduation, hasn't it? Hey, didn't you pass the detective qualification exam? Are you happy with your assignment? Wait, don't tell me. Were you assigned to one of the investigative divisions right off the bat? Well, not exactly. What's with the half-hearted reply? Well, it's no big deal. It won't be much longer until your pal Franz here becomes a detective too. I'll be counting on you to help explain anything I don't understand in the textbooks. Yeah, leave it to me. I'll need to fill Franz in on things later. I'm aiming to become a detective for the 1st Division, so I'm working toward my detective qualification. All the members of the 1st Division are just as respectable as I thought they'd be. Yeah, does that mean after this main quest thing we have to sweep the whole town again? Probably not, but we'll have to work out the flow of things again in that regard. We can always check someone for repeat dialogue or not. Find out that way. All that we know is that something's going on. So what we've learned is something's going on at Colin's house. Dad's coming back. And there's something going on at the Bracer Guild that I was told to come back for later. Oh? Oh, Lloyd! Hello again. We saw the request on the terminal, so here we are. Great, I've been waiting for you guys. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Rebecca, the head receptionist of the CPD. And I'm Franz Seeker, also a receptionist of the CPD. I don't think I had the chance to properly introduce myself the other day. Yeah, I suppose you didn't. That day wasn't one of our finest moments. What you mean to say is we were scolded by the Vice Commissioner after we let a bracer steal all of our credit. Don't remind me. Tio. Oh dear, I'm so sorry, everyone. That's pretty unfortunate for your first day. Don't let it bother you too much. The SSS was only established recently, so I'm sure you all are still trying to get the hang of things. If you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to rely on us, okay? Thank you very much. Warms my heart to hear we've got an angel like you looking out for us. You're too kind. So would you mind explaining the additional details regarding the support requests? Of course not. Let's get started. First of all, HQ has assigned a dedicated operator to support the SSS. That's our very own Fran right here. It's a pleasure to work with you all. An operator? So Fran will be supporting us via our enigmas. Well, my speciality isn't really supporting you guys in the field. My main duty is to help report and process the completion of support requests. This will be done via the Orbital Network. You've kind of lost me on this one. In other words, the SSS will be accepting a myriad of different requests from now on, and once we finish these requests, Fran will process the reports that we submit to her through our terminal in the SSS building. So then that means We don't have to come to headquarters every time we need to submit a report. Is that right? Precisely. Once your reports are approved and processed within the system, we will send the proper compensation your way. Money! Furthermore, when your DP accumulates beyond a certain threshold, your detective rank will also increase. Feel free to ask me about that later. Points! No! Basically, these are all my new duties as the very first operator of the SSS. I see. That makes sense. So we can avoid all that irritating paperwork by using the terminal down the SSS building, yeah? That's right. It's actually a part of the Orbital Network Initiative in Crossbell. To you, has the terminal the SSS been installed, or has the terminal the SSS been installed and tested yet? Yes, it is ready for reports anytime. Good to hear. Well then, please allow me to explain the additional details regarding your support requests. If there's anything you don't understand, please feel free to ask questions. Here we go. I mean, where all our support requests are just quests. Where do we check available requests at the Orbital Terminal? How do we submit our report at the Orbital Terminal? What does detective rank mean? By completing investigations successfully and finishing support requests, your achievements with the CPD will be noted. Your accomplishments will be determined by the amount of detective points DP earned. Extra DP may be obtained depending on your performance during missions and requests. When your DP reaches a certain threshold, you will be promoted. Currently, ranks are divided into 15 levels. You'll be rewarded with every rank promotion, so it's definitely worth the extra effort. Oh, I actually have to go through them all. Support requests are requests submitted by various individuals to the SSS. These requests vary from person to person, ranging from simple assistance requests to formal investigations and monster exterminations. With the exception of a few special cases, you retain the right to decide whether you'll accept support requests or not. However, if you do accept them, make sure to complete them within the given deadline. As far as the current support requests go, you're able to accept and report them on the Special Support Sections terminal. Once examining a request, the details will also be recorded in your detective notebook. Please try to keep track of your requests. Also, your terminal will automatically update each day with new support requests. We recommend that you make a habit of checking the terminal each morning. Whenever you complete a support request, please make sure to submit your report at your terminal. We'll be able to immediately process it via the Orbital Network. Based on the contents of the request, you'll be compensated with special rewards from time to time. Report your completed requests whenever you can. I don't have any more questions, thank you. Ola starts losing the screws. How long till he's broken? Who knows? Alright, I believe that should wrap up the explanation on support requests. So, when you return to the SSS, try pressing the report option on your terminal screen. I'll make sure to send more report requests or support requests your way as they come in. Got it. Thanks, you two. We did our first quest! It only took 2 hours. We still gotta check out the CPD. Alright, I believe that should wrap up the explanation on support requests. When you return to the SSS building, try pressing the report button option on your terminal screen. I'll be handling any incoming requests for you, so make sure to be on the lookout. I just want to talk to Fran, not you. I guess you come as a duo.